Cole is ready for us. Cole, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
All right. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm good, man. I'm having a great time back in Arizona.
That's good. That's good. So the first question I have for you today is, what's your daily routine like in the off season down in Arizona?
The normal daily routine in the off season is I live in a house with 4 other dudes, so we usually wake up, pretty much shower real fast, get dressed, and head over to the complex, get some breakfast, and then immediately just start working out. They got us on a really tight schedule out there, so usually lift or throw or whatever, whatever the schedule may be. We're doing everything we can to try to get ready for the next coming season. You just wake up, kind of lift, throw, and hit a little bit, and then go through some meetings, and then have the rest of our day to ourselves.
That's what I like to hear.
So our next question for you, Cole, is when did colleges and ball clubs first contact you about their interest in your level of play?
They're kind of separate. Colleges, I committed to UCLA as a freshman in high school, so my first college look was actually in 8th grade by the Long Beach State. I went to a showcase with the team I was playing with, and I ended up getting my first letter from them, which when you're in 8th grade, that it seems surreal. It doesn't seem like, you think they messed up or sent the wrong kid. But I started getting my first looks in 8th grade, and then professionally, I started getting them the tail end of my junior year, start of my senior year. That's when things started, coming along for me and getting some actual real looks and talking to some real people. So, it was pretty nuts to get that as a 17 going on 18-year-old kid.
That's crazy. So the third question we have for you, Cole, is there any special reason that you choose the number 34 to wear with the Cubs team?
Honestly, in all honesty, that was pretty much the only jersey that they had that would actually fit me. I got to Arizona a little late, so they told me to go get a jersey. I walked in there, I was like, "Hey, what you got?" And he goes, "We got 34 and like the high 60s, low 70s." And I was like, I mean, I'll take 34. I think that's a better number than floating in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like that. That's funny, Cole. So our next question for you is, what goals do you have for yourself in the 2019 season?
For the upcoming season, I really just want to, I had a good season last year. I really just want to, pad my stats and keep improving, like in every kind of aspect, defensive, offensive, just every facet of the game. I want to get better, and I want to, be better as a person as well on the field. I have some really high hopes for myself. I want to make sure all my bats are good. I want to make sure I can steal more bags, run better routes, and just get my arms stronger. This next season is going to be huge for me, and I'm kind of excited to see what I can really do.
Yeah. So another quick question: what do you focus more on offense or defense during the off season?
I'd have to say probably offense. In high school, my coach did an amazing job of kind of drilling in, all the facets of playing defense, running routes, and doing all that stuff. So, I love hitting. It's, I dream about hitting like every baseball player does. So when in the off season, I'm typically a little bit more focused on offense, not as much defense. But I try to work in defense, and on the end, definitely offense.
Sweet.
All right, so the next question is, Cole, what advice would you give to kids just learning the game? Even as a minor league player, at that stage, you're still a role model for a lot of kids. So what advice would you give to them, just in general or maybe baseball specific too?
My best advice would be, this game is extremely tough. Like, the best players in the game are hitting 300. They're getting a hit 3 out of 10 times, which – in retrospect, that is, you expect these guys that, you look up to that are the best in baseball to be doing better than that. But this game is just so extremely tough. And, something I learned along the way was, you have to flip the page. You got to keep moving forward. You can never dwell on, what you did yesterday or that last at bat where you struck out on 3 good pitches or, this game is just so tough. You just have to keep moving forward. And, it's an absolute grind. Like, this game is hard. It's so hard mentally along with physically. Like last year, especially at the tail end of the season, mentally I was just drained. I had never gone through a season like this, so mentally it was hard. So something I learned was just as hard as it may seem, you just got to keep moving. You got to keep doing, thinking that, the next day is going to be better than the last.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so our next question for you, kind of relating to the advice situation. Who are your most influential people in your life as you were growing up and even now, too?
Number one, absolutely number one, would be my father. My dad worked early in the morning. He'd leave around 5 in the morning and wouldn't get back till 6 at night. And he would take off work early or whatever he could to, to get me to the practices and get me to the hitting lessons and, working his butt off so I could get that glove that I didn't really need, but as a little kid I wanted with all my heart. He absolutely did everything for me. He'd get, just busting his butt day in and day out just to make sure I could, have what I had. Till this day, when I'm having a tough day, I call him and kind of just get his opinion and get his outlook on things. And, he definitely keeps my head in the right space and kind of keeps me going day in and day out.
All right. Next question. One, I don't mean to put you on the spot at all, Cole, but what's your favorite food to eat on a road trip?
Oh, man, on a road trip. It's funny because we don't get much. Like, we literally, it's like fast food and whatnot. So, honestly, if I can find it, if I can squeeze it in, I'm absolutely 100% going to Chipotle. Like, that is my number one. If I see it, I'm dropping anything I can to go there.
Yeah.
So going off the road trip theme too, what do you do to mainly pass time during road trips?
To pass time, I'm a big video game guy. I love video games. They really get me in like a happy place. So lately, the last season, I was really big into Fortnite. So I'd go on Twitch. It was like a video game streaming platform, and I would just watch Twitch and watch my favorite streamers, and I'd literally be in the bus just laughing my butt off before a game, and all these guys are either trying to sleep or whatever, and they're just looking at me like, dude, what are you doing? And I'm just, I'm happy as a little kid playing a game I love and watching Fortnite before a game.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So one more question too relating to that. Is there any like certain Xbox or do you play Xbox or PS4 or PC or what?
I play PS4.
Oh. So is there any other games that you like?
I love Call of Duty. Absolutely. Like those two are absolutely my favorite. Close third would probably be NBA 2K19. I actually just got that for Christmas, and I've been grinding my career like no other.
Same here, man. Same here. It's a grind.
Absolutely. It's tough, man. It's really tough. You're trying to, you're just having fun playing these games. You're like, dang, man, it's a lot of work for not a lot of progress. But when you finally get your player better, it's all worth it.
Yeah, especially because, you've seen the game turn into almost like a pay-to-play kind of concept where, people are buying hundreds of dollars of VC and you're sitting there grinding on the My Career games. It definitely takes a while to get good, that's for sure.
It really does. Like, I've been playing for a week and I got my player to like a 70 and I was hyped. Like, I was beyond hyped.
Yeah, okay. Who do you think is your favorite basketball player going off of that? You talked about 2K. Who's your favorite basketballer in the NBA right now?
I absolutely love Kyrie Irving. He's been one of my favorite players for a really long time. I grew up actually watching Ray Allen though. Like Ray Allen, when I was growing up, all my friends talked about Ray Allen. Just he's ruthless. He's amazing outside the arc. He's this and that. So he was definitely my favorite player growing up. I watched him whenever I could, and definitely my career player in NBA 2K19 is literally based exactly like him.
Mhm.
Yeah. So another question too. Is there any professional baseball or basketball players that you've met?
I've actually hung out with Archie Bradley and Jake Lamb this past offseason. My roommate Cole Franklin, his dad's an agent. That's who Archie Bradley is one of the guys he represents. So for 4th of July, Archie got us tickets to he got us on the path to go on the field and watch the fireworks. And he's just one of those dudes that you hang out with, and that's who you want to be. He's one of those guys that he's really down to earth, really good dude, and you're hanging out with him, and it's it doesn't feel like he's a professional baseball player. It feels like he's like an older brother. He's just that cool.